Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. Let me introduce you to your host, Lipstickpaddy. Well, today he will be looking at Massive Darkness 2 Hellscape from CMON. So without further ado, Lipstick, please take it away. Ooh, Massive Darkness 2 Hellscape. Ooh. Now this is one hell of a big Kickstarter. Check this out. 9,000 backers. Wow. CMON really knocking this out the park again, aren't they, with their fans? They love this, and this is a bit of a cherished game. In fact, the only complaint from the first game was that it was unlocking so many minis, and right at the end it had a tacked on campaign mode. So if anything, people want to see a campaign out the box, it should be priority, especially because they've announced that there is going to be an upgrade kit for all those people that got all those minis in the first game. So we will see what's going on here then. So let's have a little creep down. Ooh. Well, first impressions are yellow and grey. It doesn't look like much designs going into these. Although, a bit of colour would have been nice. Come on, peeps. It's such a bland world you've got. Now, these tiles are double-sided, I hear. And it's basically angels and demons. You're going in there to knock the demons out. Pretty cool. They're bringing in the zombie-side big character plates here. Which I say using these pegs, and obviously it keeps all your gear that your peeps got and stuff like that. I really want to see an evolution of the dungeon crawl, because we have seen a good evolution going forward, especially with large campaign games. And although Massive Darkness, the first one, didn't really have a campaign, people kind of enjoyed it because it was just a quick dungeon throw, right? But in today's world, I don't think we need one of them anymore. We want another campaign game that's a unique campaign. This certainly is in a unique style, right? So we'll see where that goes. Now, this picture here is so unclear. We can't even tell you what class this is. And from other Kickstarters where you could click the image to go to a super high-res image would be better. If you check your YouTube quality settings out, this is being recorded at Quad HD, and it still looks poo-poo. So this is really low res, and CMON need to adjust this. So if you click this, it goes to a high res, full screen, maybe Quad HD screen, where we can see this in detail, because this is not selling your game as good as it can get. And cards as well at the side here. It's just, for me, bland of colour. Anyhow, 60 minute, one of 6 players, wow, and 14 plus is a standard with CMON. And it is inspired by classic RPG games, and this needs no games master. So there's going to be an AI then, we think. Ooh, daily rewards. This is really good to see. We love this as a new feature of Kickstarter's coming, where you're getting from day one a good value proposition. And it looks like they do have stretch goals here too, which is nice. So they're blending 2 types of goals, which is all good to see. A third type of goal would be a social goal, but I don't think CMON are doing anything like that. Now, nice 22-day campaign, and so this is definitely going to be worth looking back. But I can tell you now, coming just down here, even though it's not blowing me away, I am very excited about this, and I'm on the fence, as it were, on the fence. Nice art they've got here. It's kind of comic book style that they've got going. Although the minis we'll see going down. But this kind of art style is coming over from Zombie side as well, isn't it? How they did the characters on the Kickstarter then. but I don't think that bleeds anywhere else. So yeah, I'm looking at art here. Berserker, which is a warrior with no shield, uses rage, otherwise known as a barbarian. We've got the ranger, the rogue, and the wizard. So it's as cliche as you can get, isn't it? Well, lots of Kickstarters that I've covered in this last year that were doing basic heroes. The amount of people that complained on my video for not calling that out for being boring. Well, I know they've unlocked some. You're going to be unlocking more character classes, and none of these really get me excited. No, we're coming. There's more down here. Shaman. This one's more interesting because you're looking at fire, wind, water, and earth. So if the shaman's doing elemental magic, then what's the wizard got then? So we'll be fairly interesting to see more of the wizard. I do like the wizard's outfit. It does look way cool. I don't think I've seen a wizard dress like that in anything. Ranger looks like he's using a bit of plate armor, which is kind of strange, and has a shield on him as well. And the berserker. Interesting that the kind of these kind of shield with spikes, little tiny shields. I like this kind of armor. I love the big pauldrons of bone. This is looking cool on the miniature as well. And Shaman's looking incredibly weird, a bit like a fairy, which is a bit, I don't know, weird, because if you look at the Shamans from World of Warcraft, they look amazing. And it looks like just pulling a fairy with a sword is lazy. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this thing. Paladin, of course. It's, you know, if you're talking about angels, then the Paladin has the holy power and blessings and all that stuff that's associated with Paladin. So all good, good, good. One they've unlocked in the updates is a Necromancer class, which is really cool. This is what I want to see, is the non-generic. Love the concept of the Necromancer. Anyway, so 6 heroes out of the box. Lots are going to be unlocked, of course. Now, this is what's kind of creeping me out. So we've got the lazy shaman. And the wizard looking really cool in his mini there. So is the rogue. But the ranger is a centaur. It's starting to get weird now. It really is weird. I don't like this kind of moulding of fantasy, and to play a centaur. Ugh. Even if I was slightly interested in the ranger, I've gone completely off it now just because of what it is. Anyway, theme, they're killing it for me. What can I say? Alright, so we're down to the mobs. It calls it mobs. That's coming right out of the video game language. But anyway. 6 mobs, all carbon copy of each other. And, you know, this really peeves me off because, come on, you know, they always do well on Kickstarter. They know they're getting tons of backers. And with all those backers, they can easily say, let's get some individual sculpts because we've got that many backers, so we can do it. But they don't do it because it's bound for retail, and all the CMON games are bound for retail and have a bit of retail-itis sickness on them. And this is what it is. It's this carbon copy. And CMON, you know, they were the kings of Kickstarter, and they have lost it. They have definitely lost it. I almost said the Tainted Grail Company then. Awakened Realms, definitely the kings. And the only way you're going to get your crown back is to start to push the boat out and flex those big CMON muscles, right? Then again, you know, CMON, financial problems and all that jazz, maybe they don't really want to put all the profits of this Kickstarter into this game. They've got debts to pay, don't you know? I don't think that's an elephant in the room anymore. Yeah, we still don't know what their financials are from 2019. They still have not released them. We are in Q3 now. So, what are they doing? I'll leave that there. As we go down, just the carbon copy thing here just looks dull. I hope there's some kind of stretch goal to, even if they can do one unique mini, so you get 3 the same kind and 3 the same, not just 6. It just, I don't know. That doesn't go with me very well. Right, we've got the Baphomet types here, what they're calling the satyrs. Don't like the look of these, they look disturbing, don't they? And the leader doesn't look that much different than the others, does he, other than a different held here. It might be bigger though. Bosses are looking kind of bigger. Now, it's funny, these gargoyles, because these kind of imp gargoyles here were seen in the University of Lincoln in the UK when the sculptors were having a bit of fun and changed the gargoyles into like an imp. And it's interesting that you've got a gargoyles mob, because these are extremely rare gargoyles in church architecture. They really are. So how you've got 6 of them, I don't think there's 6 gargoyle with imp heads in the world. But anyway, it's leaning on fantasy, but hey. Undead mob. It's interesting that this they've gone this way. It looks a bit like Hell, doesn't it? The game that they brought out. Less Zombicide. Although it looks a little bit like a fatty from Zombicide, doesn't it? I like the undead leader's head helmet. It looks something like Hellraiser. So that sounds looking good, and I love all these chains that they've got going on. This looks cool. Skeletal mob. It's funny how they've done these skeletons with the back just with a cape, because you know what I like about skeleton mobs is kind of the holes in the armor and all that stuff, but here you just negated that and it's basically just a douche with a skull on. So not impressed with that one. Well, if you've not heard about fallen angels, they got their wings burnt when they were fallen. So that's why they're fallen. They were falling from the earth because they got their wings burnt. Do these peeps not know anything about Catholicism? Hey, what's going on? Pre-fallen angel. Is this the battle before? They actually get their wings clipped? I don't know. Anyway, it's a bit jarring, the name and the look of these, because really a fallen angel is a demon, and we don't need to see angel wings on demons, do we? Because hey, man, this guy's been punctured right in the heart with a dagger. Come on. Skeletal arms coming up here. It's looking kind of interesting, but again, when they could have been a demon, because as soon as they lost their wings, their form changed. These literally come up from hell. Anyhow, demons. Yeah, these are looking nice. Vampiric in its look. Do like the demon leader. Looks nice. Roaming monsters. What do we call these in the video game industry? There is a roaming monster coming. I can't remember. It's so hard to jump between the two. Anyway. So we're getting these, the nice individual. These are one-off sculpts now, and they're looking cool. Yeah, this is what this would have been like if you got loads of tons of unique minis. You would have been just salivating over this Kickstarter. But this is where it starts getting good. Now the Archangel Michael. Ooh, very good. If you ever have a nightmare, there is a St. Michael's prayer, which is dispelling the demons from your head. So this is nice to have him here. Like the block tower shield that he has, very nice. And in the picture here, the ribbon that's going around, you can kind of see it up here in the shield, but I don't know if it's down here. I think we get to see these painted down below, so we'll just have to check that out. And the Reaper, which Mr. Octopus here, very good. And yeah, it looks cool. Alright, a spell amulet dashboard. That looks great, doesn't it? Berserker dashboard. So these are kind of augmenting your generic hero dashboards, which are lovely. So at least each person's present on the table is asynchronous. I like that a lot. Oh, look at that element dashboard. That looks fantastic, doesn't it, for the shaman? Ooh. This game is going to be token heavy as well, especially after each class is going to have their own. Like the Necromancer, he has his own tokens to put the risen enemy. If you kill an enemy, you put one of these underneath them and then you control them. Oh, love it. And these arrow cards, you know, they're kind of real boring. You could have a fantastic image of the hero. Considering this deck is focused on this one hero, why not put some hero art on here to show off what these skills are? Because this is just looking like it's from a Euro game. Really does look like Euro game card. When this card should shout, massive dungeon crawler from Kickstarter, but the card is shouting, I'm from a Euro game. Do-do-do. Double-sided boss dashboards. Ooh. Now, I like the fact that the bosses are going to be hard ass to kill, and it looks like you've got Michael here as a corrupted archangel. Ooh. So yeah, interesting. 8 double-sided game tiles. Now, like you can see here, the colour is a little bit better as we can see them up close, and it's more blues than greys. There's some nice purples in here, and there's more detail like of skulls and stuff into people's heads, and it is looking quite cool. Now 8 does seem to be extremely limited, especially if there's a campaign going to be on this, and I'm hoping the campaign has more tiles, or that the stretch goals or daily unlocks are pushing more tiles out, because it's not enough. Never is enough. Custom dies. I do like these orange ones. Very nice. These are all good. These tokens, there's going to be a Kickstarter edition to this, hopefully. I'm hoping CMON go away from this card type. Anyway, but it's just punching card out. 60 monster item cards. I wish it would say unique item cards, so there was a 60 of these. I'm just assuming they're all going to be unique. 83 skill cards, looking very Euro game like. Oh my god! Like if your skill says whirlwind or pyro blast, I don't know, or I don't know what it can be, but the picture should be so emotive of the skill, and this is just, oh man, this is just lacking. Oh. 24 mob cards, and looks like carbon copy pictures on them. Maybe they've got different skill set, so that if you fire one of these fire entities, then one card has a different strategy than another. Maybe that is here. I'm giving it benefit of the doubt here. Door cards. Look at these cards. And a set item bonus cards. These are just Euro-like. Oh, man, are you kidding me? I'm telling you now, this game is in need of some TLC. When are you coming out? A year. It's got a year on it. Probably going to be late, knowing the backlog of Kickstarters. I don't know about you, but I've got 8 Kickstarters that should have been delivered already this year, but the COVID delay has hit it. Alright, we're getting into the meat of this Kickstarter. So we have door tokens. It's, oh man, wooden doors. You can have done some sculpts for them. Bridge tokens, nice. Portals, disable, activation, health, fire, frost, lifebringer, forge tokens. So, in heaven, a campaign awaits. Heavenfall is a campaign expansion. Heavenfall is a campaign expansion bringing a host of heavenly enemies and challenges the Lightbringers will need to face in order to keep the darkness from corrupting paradise. There you go. This expansion brings all the extra components and rules necessary to play any missions in Massive Darkness 2 in campaign mode. That's a lot of English though. Experiencing deeper, long-term character progression and keeping achievements from mission to mission. Oh, this sounds like this should have been coming out the gate with this. Why is it part of an expansion? I would have preferred all this at the top, all those enemy types as an expansion, and have a come out the gate with this and I don't know, shower your peeps with standees, and then if they want the, you know, the miniature version of it, give it that. You know, if you want the retail experience. Anyway, so you get this nice town map, circular, for whatever reason. A gambling alley, a blacksmith, a tavern, invention, and a herbalist. So this, what is this anyways? It's supposed to be part of purgatory, hell, heaven. I don't know what's going on here with this. You get a roaming monster level 6 to 7, so it looks like there's a scaling to these enemies, and hopefully they'll get more tactical and difficult as they go through the levels, which is nice. It looks like there's some gear as well, so gear with levels. Let's keep going down. Some more minis. The Angel Leader doesn't have a name. If Michael is the one that's going dark, who else? Peter? Archangel Peter? I don't know. You can put any name you want on these, I guess, but an Angel Minions. I think these are supposed to be the enemy as well, because they've not exactly got a yellow halo. This is kind of these are going dark as well. So right, we've got Raphael here. He's another angel that's going dark in the game, and Archangel of Fire, Ariel. Ooh, look at that mini. That's an absolute whopper. Going all the way up here. Look at the size of these. We've not got any indication of the size, but that's like a 120 mini. Really want to see how that one looks. And the boss, this is looking massive as well. Baal Berith. Ooh, look at that giant double-handed sword there. Looking super cool. Double-sided boss dashboards again. I wonder what the other side is all about. And we do get some more tiles here. Just 4 extra Hopefully we get more. Extra dice are coming on, more cards, monster items, epic cards. Oh, the art style they've got for the items, I don't know. It looks a little bit, it looks flat, doesn't it? You know, the quality here, the angel something spear, and they just got these generic backgrounds. I mean, this helmet is part of this set item. That should be very exciting to find that, and it's just got this generic background. Like, can you not find this? I don't know. It should put you in the story, in the campaign. When you pick up the item, you should see kind of the world setting in the picture of the item. You know, are you picking this spear up from where? From a body on the ground? Are you picking it up from, I don't know, weapons, closet of weapons? We don't know what they're coming from. It's just got this generic thing, and it's like, just take it or leave it, kind of. It'll do mentality. Job cards, this is interesting as well. And look at these set item bonuses. They just look, I mean, oh man, it's like it's a Euro game. Look at these colours and the bland cards they've got here. And legendary treasure tokens. Okay. Now the campaign book here, interesting to see how big this is, because when it comes to the other campaign Kickstarter, they have massive tomes, don't they, of the campaign. And it would be nice to kind of get like a, I don't know, first chapter, so you can kind of see where the story is, how it gets written. Does the story have branching storylines? Does it have choices you've got to make? Does it have win and lose conditions? You know, what does this campaign book offer that we have seen on Kickstarter? That's something that often, if they show us the first chapter, we get an indication of how they're writing it. Or is it just walk your mini A to B, kill boss at B, go on to next bit of book. Walk from A to B, kill boss at B, go on to next part of book. Because if it's just as generic as that, then it can go on the retail shelf at Walmart for all I care, because I want a meaty campaign that is really going to be really cool to go through. But anyway, I would love to see this. If this is a 22-day campaign, they've got plenty of time to talk about the campaign book and maybe do a video of the first chapter or something like that, really to get us more excited. So this is still bubbling a little bit of excitement. Now the upgrade pack, it's funny here because the upgrade pack is updating all your cards from everything you've got in the first game. Now if you come in here for the first time on Massive Darkness 2, can you not get these minis from here? Maybe they're not available. Maybe it'll be, I don't know, in the Pledge Manager. I really don't know, but it would be nice to get 21 more hero minis, get all these extra mobs and stuff like that, because, you know, if you want to collect it all. Right, the big mini, I guessed it was 120. They're actually 134.5. Yeah, they are very, very big. Heroes are 25. It says that here, but the wizard here is a 37.6, don't you know? It's 32 millimeters to the head, and the rest is pushing it up. Okie dokie. Oh, the base. They're talking about the base sizes here. All right. Massive Darkness 2 and the upgrade pack. This is for returning backers. Okay. Massive Darkness 2 upgrade pack and the expansion 142. That's for previous backers. what? They're giving the upgrade pack even if you don't have the original game. Are you kidding me? So this upgrade pack doesn't cost $0. It costs money. You could have just had this as an additional extra and took some cost off this. Because if this pack is like a $10 pack, I don't know, it's like 5 decks of cards. Maybe it's $20. Maybe. Let's just say $20. This could have been $80, this could have been $125, and this could have been an optional extra, because why do I need that? If I'm coming in here now, I've not got Massive Darkness 1, you're not giving me the minis. Why are you sticking this cost on both of these? This is just going to be trash, isn't it, when it comes? Oh man, there's a couple of things that I'm not enjoying about this. They've got a rule book in there for people to check out. Anything about the campaign. We've got Tabletop Simulator, which you can of course check out, and that'll be pretty fun here. It looks like on Tabletop Community they've even got the minis painted, which is nice. And of course we've got some videos going through. Beautiful painted. I love it how they do this. This is nice. Still not happy with that ranger. It could have just been a guy on a horse, but it's a centaur. I don't like that. And the wizard looks great. I do love that. And of course those big angels are going to look beautiful, aren't they? Look at this one. Absolutely stunning arts, and of course they've been airbrushed. Here it is, the fairy, which is the laziest shaman I've ever seen. It's shameless, is what it is. Day 1 necromancer, fantastic stuff. Love it. Stretch goals busting through a lot at the minute, and one individual mini, then a carbon copy mini of these naggers, and the nagger boss then. And the class, the berserker, you get the mini. So you don't get the mini in the box up there. That's, they're just throwing a mini that should have been in the base without a kick, without that. I don't know. Was the berserker not part of them up there? I don't know. Well, I'm just assuming that's a new class. All right, moving on. Shipping. This is basically a picture from before. They keep using this picture and it never updates itself. It never updates itself. And I can tell you now that Mexico is part of the US and Canada, don't you know? We pay the same shipping rate now in this 3 zone. We are considered a trade area. So yeah, I don't want to see $90 for Mexico when it should be in the Canadian route. Oh man. And you know, all you peeps in the rest of the world realize what CMON do with their prices. They are pretty expensive going into these games. So, and estimates anyway. And if you are worried about shipping, just go in with $1 and wait for the pledge manager so you can see how much it is going to be. Because you can $1 it, and they've said you don't have to pay for shipping until the pledge manager runs out, and they've said it's probably going to be 2 to 3 months. So they have said in the FAQ about that. So don't be worrying about the tactics that they played on people with the Marvel Kickstarter. All right, there you go, peeps. Massive Darkness 2. I'm still on the fence a little bit. I want to see more of the story. I'd like to see more of these tiles. I'm curious to see what the more heroes are. And these Euro cards are knocking me sick. The skill cards that are just text and Euro-like, knocking me sick. And and the pledge levels. Come on, you're giving me the upgrade pack, which is like 5 decks of cards that I don't want. It should have been an add-on, and you could have lowered the prices in this pledge. Hey, my goodness me. I mean, how do CMON not see that we are going to look at this and go, why are you putting that in? Why couldn't the pledge be lower? Oh man, it's like they're blind to the obvious, or it's an obvious tactic just to get more money out of peeps, right? Because if they make 10,000 prints of these, it's much cheaper than the returning backers. So I don't know, this is just conspiracy stuff. But anyway, they shouldn't have done it like this. They shouldn't have. And really, I would have preferred if the campaign mode was in the $100 pledge and more extra minis were in the 145, which is what the Kickstarters are doing. But if you just want to play a dungeon crawler without a campaign, this is what the strength of Massive Darkness is. And it does have the campaign there as an expansion, so there is that. So it has a few worrying things, but nothing it cannot fix in its 22 campaign. And it does say in the campaign notes on the updates that they've got a lot to show you over 22 days. So keep your eye on this campaign. And if the game turns me on the fence and does something amazing, I will do another video telling you why it's knocked me out of the park, because at the minute I'm still lukewarm on this project, and yeah, it needs to do some more. Well, you can see that why I'm hot and cold on it, and you can see why it needs to get fixed, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. CMON have done miracles in the past. Don't check my channel out when I've covered the Kickstarters in the past and all that jazz. Well, you've been listening to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.